Making a sticky stick, a lathe sanding accessory. Well, what is a sticky stick? Like many wood turners, much of the sandpaper I use is hook and loop. That is, the paper is backed with soft loops that are used to attach to a sander with mating hooks. Velcro is probably the most recognizable name in hook and loop fasteners. I'm a sucker for a good idea. Some time ago, I read that a wood turner put a strip of adhesive back Velcro on the ways of his lathe and used it to organize his loop-back sandpaper during the sanding process. Having the sandpaper sheets arranged in order at my fingertips was very appealing. It's self-organizing, it's a great way to go through the steps without having to figure out which grit comes next, and I always know where I am in the process. After each step, the paper gets replaced in a hole in the lineup, and the next grit is removed from the strip. There's less chance of missing a step. There's no bench space required. It's all done at the lathe. I took the design one simple step further and made the strip easily removable by attaching the Velcro to a piece of wood and attaching the wood to the lathe with magnets. I use rare earth magnets all throughout my shop, and adding magnets to this project makes the stick, well, easy to move between machines or to take to club demonstrations. It's easy to clean and easy to get out of the way when it's not needed. The hardest part of the project was coming up with a name for the accessory. I chose the silly name Sticky Stick because it really embraces the concept of sticky. It uses a stick of wood, which is inherently sticky. It uses magnets to stick the wood to the lathe. It uses adhesive back Velcro, which sticks to the wood. And the sandpaper sticks to the Velcro. So the name was a natural. Here are a few photographs of the setup. You can see that hook and loop discs are commonly used with right-angle drills and inertia sanders. Here's a strip set up using 6 sandpaper discs with the third grit mounted on the random orbit sander. 3 1/2 inch by 1/8 inch rare earth magnets are strong enough to hold a 24-inch strip very securely. I get them on eBay and prefer N42 strength. The regular magnets found at hardware stores are very weak, so if you use them you'll need at least twice as many magnets. For hand sanding, I typically use sheets of loop-backed Abranet, which is an open weave sandpaper. This photo shows a strip with 6 pieces from 120 to 600 grit. So let's make a sticky stick. You'll need some simple materials and tools. 1 3/4 inch by 1/2 inch by 24 inch piece of pine, or whatever length or whatever kind of wood works for you. A 1/2 inch Forstner or spade bit in a drill press or hand drill. 3 1/2 inch by 1/8 inch round rare earth magnets, N42 strength preferred. Some thick cyanoacrylate called CA glue, or pretty much any glue that you like. And a roll of 3/4 inch adhesive backed hook and loop fasteners. So let's start the assembly. First, cut the wood to length. The length should accommodate a typical set of sanding grits and of course fit your lathe. Then bore a few holes 1/2 inch wide by 1/8 inch deep. Make sure the magnets fit and are flush with the wood. Spacing's not critical, 3 magnets is plenty for 2 feet of wood. Then glue the magnets into the holes. If you're using CA glue, a quick spray of activator locks the magnets in quickly. Otherwise, just wait for the glue to dry thoroughly. If you're using a viscous wood glue, you might want to drill a very small hole in the center of each hole, right through the wood, to allow for some of the glue squeeze out. When inserting the magnets, keep the polarity of the magnets all in the same direction, and make sure the magnet is flush with the wood. And finally, peel the release paper from the back of the hook and loop fastener, and stick it to the front of the stick. Then just place the sandpaper, in order, onto the Velcro, and snap the stick onto the lathe. Making sticky sticks is a simple and very useful project. Make a few for your own shop and perhaps some to give to fellow wood turners or as door prizes for club events. I hope you enjoy this little tutorial and turn safely.